In today's video, I'll show you how you can run the AI completely locally on your PC, which also means that you can have any large language models, and it's super simple. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So first things first, what we need to do is get Ollama installed. You can run any large language model on this. It's super simple, super easy. All you have to do is go to this website, which will be linked down in the description. All the websites in today's video will be down in the description, so you don't have to worry about anything. So what you need to do is click on the download the program. And once you do that, you simply need to go to the models up over here, click on that. And then you will see a bunch of other models that you can use on Ollama. What we want to do is run Deepseek. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to run Deepseek because it is one of the better LLMs and it's owned by Chinese and they have a lot of censorship. So we want to run it locally so we get the full benefit. So we simply click on Deepseek R1 right over here. And you will see a bunch of text that doesn't really mean much. What you want to do is click on 7B over here and then choose which version do you want to use for yourself. Depending on the PC that you have, you will not be able to run a large model because your PC will struggle. You need a lot of RAM. So what you can do is just run the 7 billion model, or what I will do is run the 32 billion model right over here, which is 20 gigabytes. I click on OK, click on this. And then you will see the command on the right side, which we want to run in the PowerShell once we get Ollama installed. So now let's go back and install Ollama. All right, so we open up the installer, simply go click on install right over here, let it run. And once it is done, you will have the program installed. So how do we know that the program is installed? We simply go into the bottom right over here, click on it, and then you will see the Ollama icon. That means the program is successfully installed. Perfect. Now let's actually install the large language model. So what we want to do now is go back to the Ollama website, go into the Deepseek. Once you chose your version, click on this icon right over here to copy it. And we want to open up PowerShell. So you simply go into the Windows search, type in PowerShell, open up Windows PowerShell right over here. And what you want to do is right click, and then it will just paste the command, click enter, and let it run its thing. Now it will download the large language model and install the Deepseek or whatever other model you set up to install. Just wait a bit and it's done. And as you can see, it gave us the success over here, which means that it has fully downloaded the model and now we can simply talk to the AI using the PowerShell. If you're happy with this, you can leave the video. That is it. But if you want to have a full interface, just like ChatGPT or the Deepseek website, we will set up the Docker build and completely build the local website. So in order for us to test it out, let's type in a random question like, what is YouTube, for example? And we wait a second, it thinks, and it gives us the answer right over here. So you can see this is working, this is totally fine. But we want to build the website, like I said, so let's install Docker and let's set it up. So we open up this website that will also be linked down in the description. We scroll down and you will see download Docker desktop. You simply choose whichever version you're using. I'm not using ARM. I'm using the normal Windows, AMD 64. Click on that. It will download the program. We install it and we set it up. You might need to make an account prior to downloading this, so keep that in mind. So I've opened up the Docker installer. We want to keep both of these as is. Click on OK. Let it all unpack and set it all up and then give it a second. Once it's done, it might ask you to log out or restart your PC. And then once you do that, you will be able to use Docker as is. And now the installation is done. It says installation succeeded. Click on close. You might need to restart the PC. Like I said, I don't need to. So now we open up Docker. We go into the start. We find Docker right over here. Click on that. Once that opens up, you will see this agreement right over here. You click on accept, that's totally fine. And then it asks you to make an account right over here. So like I said before, you will need to make an account in order to use Docker. It's free, don't need to worry about anything. What I also realized is that you don't actually need to make an account. You can simply click on skip and then it will just say sign in to use additional features. We don't really need that, so you don't really need to make an account. Now we have this container right over here, but it doesn't really show much. Now, what do? What we want to do is go into the other website that will also be linked down in the description, and we want to pull the open web UI image. So it's the actual web UI of like ChatGPT, Deepseek, whatever. So what we want to do is run these two steps right over here, these two commands. We have the step one, which is the Docker pull, and then step two is running the container. If you have the NVIDIA GPU, you can use it in your advantage and then run this command in the bottom right here, which will use your GPU to encode everything, which will run the LLM much faster, which is great. So first, what we want to do is go to the step 1, click on this copy icon, go back to our PowerShell, and then run this command. So we open up the PowerShell, we right click to paste, and then click on enter. So now it will pull this web UI link right here. Once it pulls it, once it downloads everything, you will see it complete in just a second. All right, so it has completed the pull, which means that we can do the step 2 right over here. Like I said, if you are using the NVIDIA GPU, use the bottom command right here. If you're not using the NVIDIA GPU, run the first command right there. So we want to click on the copy icon again, go back into our PowerShell, and then right click, and then click on enter. So now it will find the command right here. It will find the link, it will download everything and set it all up. Now we just give it a second again. While this is being installed, what you can also do is go back to the website and it says single user mode disabling login. If you are using the first command that I gave you, you will need to log in and make an account on this web UI, just like you have to do on ChatGPT or Deepseek. But if you're using this disabling login command, then you will no longer have to log in or make an account or anything like that. So if you don't want to make an account, just run the bottom command right over here. And then you can see that it says in the bottom, you cannot switch between single user mode and multi-account after this change. So keep that in mind. Now we're waiting for this to download. It should be downloaded in just a second. And once it is, we will see it in the Docker itself. And as you can see, it is installed. Everything is fine. Now we go back to the Docker and you will see the web UI is now running under containers, which means it's perfect. Everything is fine. You can see how much CPU is being used and how much memory is being used. If we want to go into the website and actually see how it works, we click on the ports right over here, the 3080. We click on that. It will open up the website, which is our new web UI for AI. Now we click on get started. We want to make an account right over here. Once we do it, you will see the whole UI just like ChatGPT. And as you can see, I've made an account. I click on OK, let's go. And I have my Deepseek right over here in the top left. If you can see Deepseek R1 32 billion. So I'm running this LLM locally on my PC. None of the data is leaving my server at all. It's not going to external servers. Everything is hosted myself, and I can use all the sensitive data and be happy that it's not being used for any other research or anything like that. And that's basically it. That's how you can run an LLM locally. It's super easy. It does require a few tinkering, but once you set it up, it's set up and forget. Now, if you like this video, make sure to drop a like. It would mean the world. If you don't already know, I do stream on Twitch 3 days a week. Link is down in the description below. If you want to see my other videos, make sure to check this one right over here. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and have a good one. Bye-bye.